Hello everyone! So, nandito na naman tayo sa panibagong content natin. So, for this content, pag-usapan natin yung update natin dito sa Pilipinas, the red, green, and yellow list of COVID-19 protocols. Pero bago yan, syempre mag-intro po muna tayo. Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. This is Malenbangs and nandito tayo para magbigay na naman ng isang kaalaman, health awareness, and information drive para sa ating lahat. O diba? Isa na namang kapaki-pakinabang na kaalaman. And few days ago, the Philippines has revised the roster of red, yellow, and green countries and jurisdictions, as well as the testing and quarantine protocols for our arriving passengers or yung ating mga OFW. So ayan, in-update nila yan during the meetings of our Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases on Thursday, or yung ating IATF. We have the updated testing and quarantine rules. Number 1, all passengers from red countries will be barred if they stay there 14 days prior to their arrival to the Philippines. So, automatic kapag ang ating mga passenger ay galing sa red countries, ibablock po siya, hindi i-allow. Number 2, protocol. Inbound international travel of all persons, regardless of vaccination status, coming from or who have been to red list within the last 14 days prior to the arrival to the Philippines shall not be allowed. Basta within 14 days na galing ka doon sa red list, hindi ka rin i-allow. Kahit pa ikaw ay fully vaccinated. Number 3, regarding sa ating red list, returning Filipinos from countries under the red list are required to spend their first 10 days in a quarantine facility and the last 4 days at home once they return to the country. They are also mandated to take the RT-PCR test on their 7th day in the country. So, sa pang 7 days sila nire-require na mag-RT-PCR. And doon naman sa mga passenger na mayroong negative test result ng dala, the arriving passenger shall complete pa din the facility-based quarantine period of 10 days. And they are directed to ensure strict symptom monitoring from red countries, yan, yung mga travelers natin, while in the facility quarantine for 10 days. tayo sa yellow countries. For fully vaccinated passengers from yellow countries, they need to undergo facility-based quarantine until the release of their RT-PCR test result taken on their 5th day in the Philippines. So, sa red countries, di ba, pang 7th day sila ina-allow or minamandate na mag-take ng RT-PCR. Dito naman, pang 5th day sa yellow countries. And after that, they shall be required to undergo home quarantine until their 10th day. Foreign nationals shall be required to secure their pre-booked accommodation of at least 6 days. For those naman na unvaccinated or partially vaccinated travelers, as well as those with unverified vaccination status, have to undergo a facility-based quarantine until the release of their negative RT-PCR test result taken on their 7th day in the country. So kahit ikaw ay yellow country pero unverified naman or hindi ka pa vaccinated partially, ayan, kailangan mong mag-undergo ng RT-PCR test sa 7th day mo. Meantime, for fully vaccinated foreigners from green list countries no longer need to undergo a facility-based quarantine on the condition that they yield a negative RT-PCR test results taken within 72 hours prior to the departure from the country of origin. And upon arrival, no facility-based quarantine will be further required, but the passenger is enjoined to self-monitor for any symptoms until the 14 days. For our fully vaccinated overseas Filipino workers or non-OFWs na galing naman sa green countries also have the option to undergo a facility-based quarantine until the release of their RT-PCR test result taken on the facility upon arrival in the country. They may also opt not to undergo a quarantine as long as they get a negative RT-PCR test result within 72 hours pa din prior to the departure from the country of origin. This ends our content for today, and I hope na meron na naman kayo natutunan mula kay Nurse Malen. Stay well, stay safe, and I'll see you again on my next content. Thank you!